broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending. Today we're going to talk about Retirement Boss Radio. We've had some great response to that since we introduced it about, it's probably been about 9 months ago now, 10 months, I guess. The developer, Dave Pimper, the coach, has been in the radio business for years and years, multiple years of experience doing radio spots, doing short market reports, and then doing a radio show from years ago. So got somebody with a lot of experience in radio. Retirement Boss Radio is a little bit of a different animal and different in a lot of very good ways. So we're going to spend some time talking about that today. My name is Steve Murray. I'm the Executive Vice President here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I serve as co-host here with Dave. We are proud to have Dave as part of the IAMS team, and we're also proud here at IAMS of some of the things that we do to help our producers grow their business. So every Tuesday we'll throw together something that is probably more sales and marketing focused, and whether it's Social Security claiming, Social Security seminars, Retirement Boss Radio, practice development, or just 401k, non-hardship withdrawals. There's all how to RMDs, things like that. So there's all sorts of things that we talk about on Tuesday. Today we're going to concentrate on kind of the marketing potential that kind of surrounds the radio marketplace and how easily we can get you involved in that. Before we get moved on to that, I wanted to walk you through a couple things that we do here at IAMS. During the course of the event, you'll see a couple opportunities for you to answer yes or no to a poll, or to go ahead and type questions in, and we'll get them asked and answered as quickly as possible. So as we get started here, I want to make sure that you are all aware, and I'm looking at our attendees, and it looks like we have a lot of folks with us that are regular producers already with IAMS, which is great. So you probably already know about these programs. For those of you that don't, very simple 2 programs that are designed to put some money in your pocket and thank you for your business and your referrals. The first, the Referred Producer Program, I call it Referred Producer Money, RPM, is a way that we can reward you when you do business or when you refer someone to do business with IAMS. And it's a really simple process to refer someone. It can be as simple as giving the annuity sales director or your sales director a call and saying, hey, I know of a guy or a gal that might benefit from your services. We reach out to them. If we can get them appointed, we'll send you a check for $50 just for the referral. When they start doing business, you can kind of see the calculations before you. We pay you 20 basis points on their business on annuities, a little bit different on life insurance, single premium life, and things like that, a little bit higher actually. But when they do business with us, we pay you 20 basis points. So that can add up literally to thousands of dollars. We send those checks out quarterly. Some of them actually go out monthly now. Anytime a check is due that's over $1,000, we will send that out on a monthly basis. If we get to the end of a quarter and we start seeing checks where they're $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 to a producer, we'll try and then convert that to a monthly payout. But for most people, they get their checks on a quarterly basis. Marketing reimbursement works similarly. When you do business with us, we put money in your marketing reimbursement account as you do things to grow your business, whether you're doing mailing, lead generation, whether you're doing seminars, whether you're doing client appreciation events, anything that you do to grow your business, we will reimburse you for that expense. So every dollar you spend, we'll spend $1 on your behalf from your marketing reimbursement account. Great way to have somebody kind of step in and give you either twice the value for your marketing dollars or allow you to do twice the marketing. And I hope that you look at that as an opportunity to do twice the marketing, because one thing that we've learned here over the past 12, 14 years is that we're in a very desirable space for a lot of the baby boomers out there. The more people know what you do, how you do it, and can understand your business model, the more business that you're going to do. And of course, then the more marketing reimbursement builds up. So it becomes kind of a pyramid of kind of an inverted pyramid of growth, and we want to help you with that any way that we can. So take advantage of those 2 programs. For those of you also that are brand new with us, so for your first 180 days with us, 6 months, you're eligible to receive a new producer bonus for any business that you do. What we know is that you have business you're writing on a regular basis, and if you turn around and shift some of that business, divert it, if you will, to IAMS, let us show you what we can do to help you grow your business, whether it's in the case development side or the kind of submission to commission part of your the sales cycle. You're going to find that we're going to be above average for you. We answer the phone right away. We get your business clean and in and out as fast as anybody. We take over a lot of the back office work that maybe you've had to have someone else do on your behalf, or whether you're paying a secretary or an assistant to help do that. We take a lot of that off your plate. And what you're going to be surprised about is how responsive and how quick we are to get that business through the pipeline. So we feel like we're going to earn that business from you, and hopefully you take advantage of it to get the new producer bonus. But as time goes on, you'll see that we're really the kind of company that you want to be doing your business with all the time. So a little bit of a loss leader for us, but take advantage of those. Whether you want to do seminars, we can get you in the seminar business. We can get you Social Security claiming seminar business. We can get you a trip to the Ritz-Carlton for you and a guest. We can put some funds in your marketing reimbursement. Fact of the matter is that if you called me up and said, hey, this is what I'm thinking I'd like to do, we can change up the marketing or the new producer builders bonus program to suit your needs as well. So we are definitely interested in helping you find ways to grow your business. And if that's not something that we're already offering, we're glad to do something custom for you. I want to make sure that you are aware, and I talked a little bit about it already, about our back office support. So whether it's case design or whether it's getting your business through the pipeline or making sure that your commissions get paid, what you're going to find is IAMS is as responsive, probably going to be more responsive than anyone else out there. Fact of the matter is that most of our competitors really recognize that we're very good at that part of the business, and so we've got some recognition even among our peers for how great a job we do that, which is great. We love that, but what we really want is recognition from you, and so we're going to go out of our way to make sure that everything that we do is first rate and responsive, and it emotes the understanding that until you get paid, nobody gets paid, and so we're going to make sure that that happens as quickly as possible. So whether you're talking about what we do for you on our website in terms of getting the tools in your hands, the Firelight now, if you want to do e-apps, we've got some great business builders through our IAMS resource library, which I'll talk about in a moment. Whether you're calling in and talking to one of our very experienced sales directors, we've got probably the most experienced group of salespeople on the phones, ready to answer your questions. And they're going to answer that phone in probably most cases less than a ring. Sometimes it takes two. Our guarantee is three, and you're going to be talking to a live body when you call. So you're not voicemailing it and hoping for a callback, but rather you're going to get live response and get taken care of what you need taken care of right then, whether you need forms, product information, a little help on a case design to get that right away. And we do everything that we can to make your life easier. And that's what really that back office support is all about. We want to save you time, save you effort so that you can be out doing what you do best, which is selling. We got a great creative marketing solutions team. So the folks that run the team, we've just expanded that a little bit. And so all the folks that work on that team are devoted to be kind of like your personal advertising agency. And they've been doing that type of work for producers just like you for years and years. So you're going to find them not only very responsive, but very helpful, very on point. They understand your business, understand what you need to do. They do a great job on logos. They do a great job on using great pieces that we already have and developing them and putting the logos on them so you can use them with your consumers. They've got website assistance if you need to get your website up and running. We've got that available for you. Anything that you can think of designed around helping you grow your business from an advertising marketing standpoint, they can assist with. And remember, they're going to do everything that we can possibly do is going to be, it is at the least expense possible, because we know what you know, which is the more people understand what you do, the more business that you're going to do. And that's really what, in the end, we're here to do, is help you generate business. I mentioned that we were going to talk about our website. We'll talk about it just briefly. If you haven't been on the website lately, I encourage you to go out there. So we have ways now on the website. We've got a great sales resource library. If you look under support on our library, on our website, you're going to find the IAMS Sales Resource Library. If you haven't looked at that, you really should. It's pages and pages of information that you can use to help grow your business. So if you're looking for instance, some sample agreements for buy, sell, whatever, those are all out there. If you're looking for ways to meet new people and help generate referrals, there's a great referral generator out there. If you're looking for things that you can talk to your client about, needs analysis around every possible situation, whether it's a grandparent, parents, college, retirement, long-term care, there's questionnaires and information out there for everybody. I would encourage you, if you haven't looked at the Sales Resource Library after this webinar, to take a second, go into our website and have a look at that. We also have on our website quotas for about everything, every product you can think of. So quotas for life insurance, quotas for uh, uh, annuities. So if you, hey, well, who's got the best income right now, given my particular situation, we've got an annuity sales engine that can help you with that. You can now do all of your, or most, I should say, most of the companies that we do business with, you can now go on to our website and do an e-app, so you don't have to go company by company by company and pull up an e-app, the e-app solution on their website. You can just go to the IAMS website and pull up multiple solutions, multiple carriers, multiple jurisdictions, and get all the product information and do your e-app right there through Firelight. You can also do that on the MedSup side. You can do it on the life side as well. So we put that solution out there. So a lot of great things on the website. It all comes down to whether or not you want to take the time and make the effort to take advantage of that. And I hope that you do, because it'll save you time and allow you to be more productive. I want to make sure that you're all aware of the Retirement Analyzer. Marcus Soller here in our office handles the product tool. We can make this available to you at no expense. You can read before you on our screen what it is, some of the things that it does, and get an example of some of the printouts. The bottom line is that it's a very comprehensive retirement planning tool that you can use to work within your clients, and we're going to take care of the cost of it for folks that are licensed with IAM. So if you want to have a look at how that works and how you can use that, we do webinars on that. You'll find on our website we keep webinars, multiple webinars out there. So if you wanted to go in and say, okay, I want to learn more about the Retirement Analyzer and how that works, you go in and look at the webinar, and then you might say, hey, let me give Marcus a call and have him send me a link so that I can try that out with a client or two. We're glad to do that. Just give Marcus a call, and he'll put a link out there so that you can do it. I always recommend saying, do one on yourself, for instance, and kind of get the feel for it and see what you can do, and look at the graphics and how you can help your client discern between their, where their shortfalls are in their retirement planning, where they need to look closer. Maybe they're not quite right on their risk tolerance. Maybe they've got their assets not properly segregated to get the right risk tolerance that they think that they have. And of course, the Retirement Analyzer is going to pick that out. The Retirement Analyzer also has a little Social Security module, so they can kind of put that in and see where they're at on their Social Security, and give them some idea on when and at what point they should take Social Security benefits. So a lot of great things on that Retirement Analyzer, but you'll never know it if you don't give Marcus a call and say, hey, tell me a little bit more about it and send me the link and let me try it out. So I would encourage you to do that. Wealth management. So IAMS Wealth Management, 2-year-old company, about 70 million now in assets under management through about 70 different advisors. Here's what I would say about IAMS Wealth Management. If you're in the insurance business and you've considered maybe taking wealth management into your practice, they can certainly help walk you through that process and help you walk you through the study and licensing process. Let's say that you've already made that decision, but you're having trouble with your current RIA and getting that part of your business up and running. We work with folks that primarily come from an insurance background, so we're really very good at helping them. I don't want to say making it simple, because that's not the case, but showing you systematically how you can go about getting the wealth management business and talking to your current clients and meeting new clients around that. Maybe you've got an RIA, your business is good, but you're not happy with your payout from your current RIA. A lot of RIAs, as many of you may know, they have a payout and then they apply a grid to that. So they may say the advisor gets 1% payout and you earn 80% of that. So you really get an 80 basis points payout. We do not have a grid. Our payout is just a little over 1%, which is unusual to the advisor, which is great. And there is no grid on it, so you're going to get that full amount. Maybe you're unhappy too with some of the fees that you're having to pay. I've been told over and over again that our fees are very, very reasonable, and that for our fee requirements, we have many more benefits to our IARs. So if those are areas that might be of interest to you, I would encourage you to give us a call. Ask for Charles Jr., ask for Mike Hansen, ask for Joan, and they can certainly walk you through the ins and outs of that and see if they can help you get your business growing in that particular area of your business as well. Life and Annuity Academies, let me mention that these are at our cost. You can kind of see what we talk about during the course of Life and Annuity Academies on the screen before you. So a lot of information covered. That top sales ideas and strategies from 4 top producers. I think that's one of the keys. We're bringing top producers to help you grow your business, and they'll describe some of the methods and methodology that they use to grow their business and give you the opportunity to take advantage of those. So producer to producer, always great. That's, for me, I would say, the centerpiece of our academies. We'll talk about some product. We'll talk about sales ideas and marketing ideas and things that you should be doing and things that other people just like you are doing to grow their business. It's 2.5 days, so you're going to be out of your office for a little bit, but highly valuable time spent away from your office. We take care of the expenses associated with that, and we'd love to have you join in. If you have some interest in that, what I want you to do is mark that 800 number down, that 800-255-5055. Simply give us a call. We'll be glad to send you out the most current agenda. We'll send you out a registration form, and then as we have academies come up, not sure that we'll have another one yet this year. We may, but probably more likely we do about 4 a year, so more likely we would put you on the schedule somewhere in 2020, whatever fits into your schedule. So if that's of interest, give us a call at the office, ask for any sales director, and say, hey, send me information on any life and annuity academies, and we'll send you out the agenda registration form. And get you on the interested party list, so to speak. So we'd love to have you join us for that. I want to make sure that you're all aware. We've got a couple things going on incentive trip wise. One of them is we've just announced this one. We've been collating credits for it since July 1. We announced this location about a month ago, and we're going to go to the Montage at Cabo San Lucas. You ever been to Cabo? You love the city, love the weather. Lots to do there, but what you found is maybe the beaches are a little rough. What you'll find here, as you might be able to see from that picture, is that is the only truly swimmable beach in Cabo. And of course, if you look up at the property, you're gonna love the Montage. It's the ultimate luxury, and we'd love to have you join us. So any business that you do with IAMS with Athene, it is only an IAMS Athene trip. So if you're doing business with someone else with Athene, you're not eligible to take advantage of this incentive trip. But if you're doing your business with IAMS with Athene, you're eligible to take advantage of time for you and your guest at the beautiful Montage at Cabo San Lucas. Takes 3 million credits to qualify. We'll be announcing very soon also our Producer's Escape for 2021. Qualification for that has already begun. It'll be about 3.5 million to qualify for that credits. And so you can guess by the numbers there that if you qualify for the Montage, you're well on your way of also qualifying for a Top Producer Summit. So you get a little kind of a 2-for-1 deal there. Hopefully you'll take advantage of that by writing your business with insurance agency marketing services. We go to some great spots. We see some great things. We have some great fun together. It's no doubt awesome time to spend some time in a really nice spot with your significant other or guest. And we'd love to have you join us on that. We'll be announcing that location very soon. So we're going to get moving on here now. Dave, are you aboard with us?
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us, Dave. So as I mentioned early on, Dave is the coach, and he coaches for IAMS around many various sales and marketing initiatives. And today we're going to talk about Retirement Boss Radio. And what you'll learn when you talk to Dave, and after you hear Dave's presentation, is he has simplified getting on the radio to a degree that no one else has managed to do. He's made it work within people's schedule. And when you hear a little bit about how that radio show sounds, you'll be amazed by the quality, as well as you'll find too that the cost is very, very reasonable. So a lot of great things about getting on the radio, and Dave is going to go through some of those. The probably utmost is it's going to build your reputation in the area, and it's going to get you probably 2 to 3 immediate appointments per week. That would be 12 to 13, 14 appointments per month that you didn't have. Plus, at the same time, you're building your reputation in the area. So it's good, and it can be done at a very reasonable cost. So let's hear what Dave has to say about Retirement Boss Radio. Let's hear from the expert, Mr. Dave Pimper.
Oh, you're very nice, Steve. If you could kind of get I see we're on the last slide. There we go. And this will take Steve in about 15 minutes. So this is going to be, a lot of information in a short period, but about 25 to the hour is when we will kind of take the final questions on this, okay? So everybody that's on today, and we've got a lot of folks that are interested about advertising through hosting your own radio show. And so Lazarus Coaching is a production coaching firm that I own. I started 15 years ago, and I've been in the coaching business for probably 22 or 23 years, but started my own production coaching firm strictly for people in the financial arena. And I had my own show called Your Money Matters that was live for 11 years, and then I took a break for another about 14 years that we did ending market report, kind of Paul Harvey in the news. And then for a little over a year again, we started Retirement Boss Radio, but actually rolled this out to, it's proprietary to IAMS, but to any of the folks that do their insurance and annuity business through the FMO of IAMS, who was just Steve Murray, the co-owner of IAMS, that did the introduction. So if you have any questions, just please type them on in, and we will be more than happy to answer those for you. A lot of the questions will be answered as we go through the presentation today. But why radio? Radio reaches a ton of people, folks, a ton of people. Radio reaches more Americans each week than the smartphone, TV, personal computer. Yeah, the average age is 61. I work with the pre-retired and just retired crowd, people in transition. That's why it's called, Retirement Boss Radio. Take charge of your money. We're trying to kind of inject information and education to those folks that they can take charge of their money. About 93% of all adults that have a household income of $75,000 or more, they listen to radio on an average of 12 hours a week. Is that wild? But they're, like I have an office in Omaha, Nebraska, an office in Fremont that's 30 miles. What am I doing? I'm either on the phone with clients or I'm on the radio listening to normally talk radio. Yeah. Radio solidifies you much more of an expert than really seminars do. I'm a big seminar giver also. We have a Social Security seminar system with digital now, 25 guaranteed buying units for $2,500. And we've had very, very good success. So someone will ask me, so is radio better than seminars, or are seminars better than radio? I'll tell you what, many fewer people are on the radio, and they think that the cost is extremely high. The cost can be right in line of what the cost of a seminar marketing is for a month's time. News Talk is where you'll have those kind of talk radio. It's on News Talk. So kind of the Rush Limbaughs, Dave Ramsey's of the world. But normally the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is freed up for a local audience. And you'll see a lot of your competition will be on the radio. Many successful financial advisors are advertising by being a host of their own radio show. If you have any questions whatsoever, certainly bring those up. This just kind of goes in and solidifies what we talked about. The Nielsen report. The radio stations have to pay for this, but in TV stations, etc. But look at radio, the weekly reach percentage of population more than TV, smartphone, PC connected devices, a tablet. That's hard to believe for a lot of folks, but radio still reaches tons of people. Yeah, like I said, Rush Limbaugh, Dave Ramsey, Glenn Beck, Kim Commando. Why are they on AM radio? And some FM, but mainly AM. Why? Yeah, they're making money. People are advertising with them. What happens here is that people who listen to our show, we hope to get 2 to 3 calls every single week. Now, there's some weeks there's less, there's some weeks there's more, but radio catches a lot of folks. It really gives you kind of a celebrity status is what it does. So, I have found radio to be very, very instrumental on getting in front of qualified prospects as a face-to-face appointment. So, Retirement Boss Radio, Take Charge of Your Money, is trademarked. We trade that before we even did our very first show, knowing that the chance of this being successful was going to be very high, which it has been. But there's extremely good content. The content on this show is excellent. They're provided by our production company, and then I go in and then I revise and kind of reformat the most important parts of that. So I want to make sure that this is kind of an open architecture. And, there's no doubt we're talking about 401ks, we're talking about Social Security. If you don't know Social Security and you're taking radio for no charge, I will coach you up on Social Security. I've got over 25 years of radio show and plus advertising. And it's a lot of people are afraid to get in front of that mic. But the great thing is that we call it studio in a box. That mic, you buy a mic, headphones, and a windscreen. Costs you about $160. We supply the software. You plug it into your computer, and you can You can do the show anywhere. It's a recorded show. And what's very nice about this is when you make mistakes, like I was just recording this morning for this weekend show, I made probably 5 or 6 times. I just said, do it over, and then we go over and do it. So it's very kind of user friendly. Not having to go into the radio station. That's what I had to do in the old days for those 11 years. Every Saturday morning at 7:15 a.m., I was at the radio station till 8 o'clock. When we took vacations, we left at 9 after the radio show. But I tell you what, there's really 3 parts that come to this radio show itself. There's 3 parts of it. There is the coaching part that I coach you up on how to go in on the show notes themselves. It's we certainly have bullet points that we want to talk about, and I'm a believer of not reading if we can help it, because it certainly sounds canned then. But there's the production company that they record it. They have the co-host. We use the same co-host with all of our folks that are recording right now. They've got the advertisements. They do all the editing and mixing, and then they get it to the radio station. So that's a great service that they do. Then the second thing is you've got to go in. Well, really, first thing, you got to go in and find a person to go in or you could do it yourself, but that's to go in to buy the radio time. So what happens is that if you look down the second bullet point, super competitive negotiated airtime packages for your local radio market. We have a fellow that's on board that's really helped me a lot. He's been in the industry for himself alone in his business for over 20 years. It's a family business for over 50 years that they've owned radio stations. But he has over 400 current weekly shows that he's negotiated and purchased airtime for all over the United States. I'll tell you what, he knows almost every market above 100,000. That's really what you have to have. There's a market over 100,000 to really make radio work. Okay? So that's the second thing. The third thing is our call center. When people call in, this is a recorded show, but it sounds live. So when people call in, they're calling in to a toll-free number, and we have a call center that takes those calls. And that call center, their sole specifics are to go in and to set that appointment. We're not to mail information out. We don't do that. We're setting an appointment, and our appointment setting call center does that for each and every one of our radio hosts. So what you're doing is you're building your local brand. I tell you, when they hear you on the radio, you become kind of a little local celebrity. You're filling your pipeline, hopefully, with weekly appointments, not weekly contacts or leads, but actual set appointments. We have found that the net worth of radio listeners, it's higher than the average seminar attendee. But one of the things that gives you star quality, and I think I pay $100 a month, and we publish on iTunes through a podcast, and that goes out to all those different markets and stuff. So we certainly get some downloads, on our iTunes, and hopefully that leads into business for us also. So we're thinking of ways to go in to expand out. Cost-wise for radio, most people think it's extremely costly. It many times is not any more costly than a dinner workshop. So I would say that depending on your market, if it's a smaller market, you can probably do all of that, everything, for maybe $2,500 a month. Very reasonable. How about if it's a bigger market? No, it might run $5,000 or even $6,000 a month, but you're getting more leads in also because there's so many more people listening. And it depends on the radio station. We like to get the 1, 2, or 3 top AM stations, talk stations that are in your area. Gives you an idea a little bit from iTunes. And when you go in and you look, this is what we get from the call center. See, this was set up from the call center, from KFAB, the appointment schedule, the appointment time, turning 59 soon, hasn't settled on someone yet, being an advisor yet, has a 401k that has 6-7 figures. Actually, it was 960,000. It is over $1 million now. But he had questions first about Social Security, and then about could we go in, and he has an in-service non-hardship withdrawal 59.5 rule in October the 17th when he turns that. We're actually meeting the week after that to go in and give him some ideas. So he has $1 million, and we're looking at 500,000, and I'll take that all day long, a partial of this. But that's what you actually get from the appointment itself. If you have any questions whatsoever, certainly type them in. I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. I want to go back one more time to celebrity status. That's what radio does. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that I've had people say to me, Dave, are you the actual person that was on the radio? And what's funny is yes, I was, but you certainly aren't I don't view myself as a celebrity. But people who are on television and on radio, it really kind of steps up their game of that public awareness of a celebrity status. If you'd like to hear one of my live podcasts, from the radio, you can go to www.retirementbossradio.com. Retirementbossradio.com. What happens there is I've got really all of my last recorded, and they're all 30 minutes long. The reason is we only record for 30 minutes. The second 30 minutes is always a repeat of a show before. So like today, I did show number 669, and I went back through and did 665. It's a pickup, so that certainly helps us on our production costs to repeat that second. And we don't have to go in and record as long. That was my vendor, who is the media buyer for the radio time. That was his idea, and it really helped keep our costs down. And I think the show was just as strong if you went out for the whole hour's time. And that's a lot of content for an hour. So we have content for a half an hour. We do a repeat of a first show to the second show from 4 shows before. I've not one time in the year that I've been doing this, has someone come in and said, gosh, I'm surprised you repeat yourself, or it sounds like this is recorded. It has never happened to me. If you have any questions, again, certainly just type it in, and we'll be more than happy to ask that for us. So what we're going to do here, we're in our last couple slides, we're going to bring up we're going to go in and bring up the sheet poll that you can, if you say yes on this, then what we will do is we will give you a call, and we will discuss marketing in general, but Retirement Boss Radio, we're going to go on in and talk about this if this could help you. But there's an old adage. It says, procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Well, you know what? Tomorrow never comes, does it? If you heard something today about radio or Social Security seminars, but marketing in general to get you in front of more people, if you heard something today that you say, hey, I should get more information, mark yes. And if you mark yes, though, when we call, certainly take the call, or certainly call us back as soon as you can, because I know you guys are busy. We're busy we had a lot of folks on the line with us today that have certainly do have interest, and I can tell right now are marking yes. Over about 70% so far have answered on the poll, so we have about 30% left that has not. So please mark yes or no, but if you mark yes, then we're going to contact you tomorrow morning. One of my administrators will, and we will set up a good time for you and me to talk. And this is very low key, believe me. What I'm trying to do is find, is there marketing that we have available, i.e. radio marketing, host marketing, or seminar, Social Security seminar marketing, that can help you get in front of more people. One of the great things that IAMS, the FMO, does, they understand product is important, have a good array of product, which they do, but they understand what's even more important. You have to give information, and you have to give turnkey programs that are for the advisors, so they're able, and the agents, that they're able to go in and get in front of a lot of appointments each and every day. So, Steve, I'm going to go and turn this on over to you, as we got now about 20% of the people are left to go on in and answer. So is there any questions that have come up, or anything that maybe I didn't cover by chance?
So we've got 2 people asking questions about territory availability. Dave, can we talk about, I know that you mentioned that you need at least 100,000 or so folks in an area to make radio work, but what's give us a lowdown on how we decide what territories are available.
Right. Well, we got 8 cities right now that have been spoken for out of the truly hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of cities that have metro area of 100,000 or more. So just if you mark yes, I can certainly let you know of what's available. The chance of having an availability is extremely high because this is a newer program. We didn't roll this out till about 2 or 3 months ago, and we're just starting to really build up, the number of shows that we've got right now. But hopefully it'll be kind of a household name. I'm not saying it'll be like Rush Limbaugh, but I will say that Retirement Boss Radio, it is catchy. Take charge of your money. That's catchy. I think that most people who do listen to the show, well, go on www.retirementbossradio.com. I think you listen to one of my shows. I think you'll see kind of the professionalism of it. And if you were out there in your car driving or in your shed working on a project, how you might just take pen to paper, write down the phone number, and call for the appointment.
Dave, you mentioned the kind of the radio show in a box. So what was the expense of the equipment that they need?
Yeah, it's about $175. That's the one upfront expense that you will pay for. It covers the mic, it covers the headphones, it covers the windscreen so the popping peas don't come out. Between $150 and $175, we email you everything from Amazon of what to order. That enables you to go into the software in your main computer or your laptop, which you can take anywhere, and you're able to record anywhere, which is very, very nice. So we have this down to really a turnkey A through Z system. It's been very successful. I mean, I know that, and it varies each week. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. But when you've got a couple, 2,000-3,000 people listening to your show, you certainly think that you'd get 2-3 phone calls for appointments, which we have averaged. So I can certainly look at your area. It's like real estate, location. First thing we got to do is find the right radio station and then find the right time spot. If you have the greatest radio station in the world, but it's a 2 a.m. time spot, may not be the best advertising for you. So we're trying to find that, and that's what our radio media buyer, our vendor there, is extremely good. He's sharp at what he does. He's become a personal friend because he's just really has the best interest of the advisor at heart. So we just went down on a major metropolitan city out in the West Coast that he could get it available, but he thought they were overcharging by 30%. And he said, they'll come down. Let's don't do it right now, but they're going to, this guy wants to go on board, but he said the price will come down. So hopefully he thinks by the end of the year that we can get it for 30% less. And he said that should be the going market. So he really has the insight of what the costs are.
Perfect. Dave, I think we've got all the questions that I see answered. Is there anything that you want to add before we close up today?
No, I know it takes time out of your day for an advisor to go in for an hour and be, or 45 minutes and be out of production. So we really do appreciate. We had lots of folks on today, and I know that radio show host marketing, it's not for everyone, but it's kind of like Cinderella's slipper. If it fits, it can fit really, really well. And we coach you up on doing this, so you're not there by yourself. So I'm looking forward to speaking with everyone that marked yes, and stay tuned because we do a workshop like this every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock Central Time, and hopefully we can again help you with your production.
Great, Dave. Thank you. And there are a couple of other questions that I think will probably get answered. And I'm just looking at the folks that asked the questions, and it looks like you've got they've marked yes as well. So you have a chance to answer those questions on more a one-on-one basis. They have to do more territories than anything else. So that's great. Thank you all for joining us here today. Great webinar as always. Dave, thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I know you're kind of stacked up with appointments right now, which
it's good.
Between seminars on Social Security and radio, you can't. I'm amazed.
It's a lot.
Yeah, by how many
well,
people
it's a lot.
see.
But you know what? I like to say busy, but it's what? Advisors make money by having face-to-face appointments, and that's the name of my game. And I want to help other advisors to do the exact same thing.
Gotcha. Thank you all for joining us today. Again, my name is Steve Murray. I'm here at the office, 800-255-5055. If you want to hear more about our academies or anything else that we talked about, certainly give me a call. If you want to chat with Dave, I can set that up as well, or shoot us an email. My email is steve@imsinc.com. That's IAMSINC.com. What we're all about here at IAMS is helping you find more ways to do business, because when you're successful, we know that that's the key to our success. So we're going to find every way that we can to help you meet more people, get in front of more folks on a favorable basis, and then get that business in and out of the system and issued and get you paid. So that's what we do here. Let us know how we can help further. Thank you for joining us today. Very important that you've taken some time out of your schedule, and we'll go out of our way to help you any way that we can. Thank you very much. Have a great finish to your sales week, and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.